Hello and welcome. Company Commander Barney is today with us. Yes, sir. Is your call sign somehow related to a Barney teddy bear? The story behind it that I had a call sign, a nickname at school, a bear. Guys from our hunting team, so to speak, said I'm not up to a bear because I am the youngest out here and gave me a more affectionate call sign Barney. It's like childlike, don't you find it? Sometimes it's childish, but a bear can open its throat when time comes. Barney, when the war started for you after 24th of February? For me, it started right on 24th. On 24th, I was in Kiev. Well, I had to work there to accept a new position, and the war started. I left Kiev to get to a place of registration of the military recruitment office. I couldn't reach out to them, everything was full. I joined the local defense unit Village Home Guard, was at checkpoint, and then ran away from home, without the parents knowing that, because they would shout, I wouldn't go anywhere without a draft notice. So I escaped from home. I went to the military office and said I have to be there on the front line. What did you do in Kiev before the 24th of February? I worked in Philip Morris. Before that, I had to accept a new position there. What was the position? Give me a second. It flown out of my head. I was a cashier of a trading hall, so I had to move to Zhytomyr. An ICOS space was opening there, and I had to accept a position, which depended on this place of work. Do you smoke yourself the products that you sold? I do when my nerves are acting up. Normally I don't smoke. First cigarettes, then I switched to ICOS, and before that... Now I don't smoke. You don't? Well, already now, during the war, the nerves sometimes fray. I must tell your eyes are more alive compared to the majority of the soldiers we communicate here. That is, whether you are a positive or relaxed, like in that joke. How do you relax? I don't stress. Let's put it that way. I just know that I need to be here. If I am not here, it will all perish. The thing is, people need support, and they need to keep the position, because a lot of people, knowing about losses we have, can lose the spirit. I know it myself, and my heart burns. But life goes on. You have to live on and defend the country. Barney, how did you become a company commander? Did you have a previous experience in officer rank before? I had a military department in my university. I did not serve. We are both jackets, so to speak. Yes, I graduated Zhytomyr Military Institute, accomplished at the master's degree. In fact, I didn't go to army. I wasn't drafted. But when the war started, I joined armed forces. You didn't immediately become a company commander. I was a platoon commander first. As far as I understand, the company saw a potential. Because I was running around hustling for everyone, and thus I was assigned a company commander. What's your rank at the moment? Lieutenant. Tell us about the Wagner group tactics. How are they working? They level everything with artillery and tanks, from everything that they have. Do they own the heavy weapons or these are attached units? I can't really tell. I don't know. Well, I can say that on the day when there was a breakthrough, there was so intense shelling so that the boys couldn't lift their heads in the front of position. Even at observation posts, they could not raise their heads. And with the last blast, Wagner have already jumped in the trench. You can imagine how well this interaction of fire adjustment and so on, so that enemy was already in the trenches with the last blast, getting into the boys' position when they started the firefight. They already were close to positions. They worked out the aiming and artillery so well, but they were not afraid of taking friendly fire. They are nuts. They are either nuts or under influence of some substance. We have a video filmed from a drone when our boys were trying to storm their positions.
Чудо оце, як, я не знаю, це тіло, воно...
This madman jumped out in front of a tank in 10 meters. Tank hits him, and when the smoke disperses, he hits the tank with the RPG. It seems they are either nuts or drugged out. The latter seems more likely. What can you say about the fact that sometimes there are reports Wagner is sometimes fighting without the body armor at all? Generally speaking, they entered our positions, they came in our uniform, multicam and pixel. When the firefight has already begun, one of the boys said, and he stayed alive miraculously. I have no idea how. So he got up and saw a man in our uniform, thinking that was Ukrainian. And the next thing he knows, the man opened fire 4 or 5 meters away. Bullet went through on edge of the west to another, right where the heart was. He was also shot in his hand. He fell down understanding there was an enemy, and went scribbling back on his ass. Luckily, he had a brother nearby. He threw a grenade at Wagner and miraculously they jumped out, otherwise they would both die there. So more likely they are not wearing the body armor or protection because, well, they are crazy. They are totally nuts. How would you rate your opponent, let's say, on a 10-point scale? By readiness and motivation. To fight against us, I would give them a 10. You rank them at 10, meaning these people are best warriors. They know what they are doing. These are professional soldiers. You can compare them to our special operation forces. They know their work. They really know their stuff well. Evaluating what happened then and how it is now, as I'm scrolling through all that in my head, they work very professionally. Did you have grenades? Yes, we had grenades, but we left them. We had RPG. In turn, they had AGS, SPG, 7.62 machine gun, DSHK heavy machine gun. We didn't have it all. And guys told enemy that was trying to get through positions all the time. So they were constantly trying to find weak spots. When you see striking back, they will suppress you. We need more weapons. People who were never served in the army. As my unit, there were people who never served in the army. They went as volunteers, and explaining how AGS, our machine gun works, it takes time. Military education and training are needed, even between units of battalion. But when we were listed, we had 30 rounds shot at the range and sent to fight. Thus we have a problem. Recruit training is essential. Let's wrap this interview with the personal things. How your family is looking at things now? Are they with you? Do they support you? Any nuances? My family is with me. They don't know anything. I don't tell anything them. Because my father has an ill heart. I try not to say anything. What about others, except your father? My mother is worried like everyone. Everyone is worried. Well, I'm trying not to tell everything that happens here. I tell everything is fine. What would you tell them on this video if they will see the video? Now they will all know everything. We will make a special version. I tell everything is fine here. There is no shooting. I'm on the second line somewhere for them, and I would like it to remain like that for them, because they will worry, and they are already worried anyway. Well, I tried to make them know less information about all the terrible things that happen here. Thanks, Barney. Thank you. It's an honor to know you. Thanks. Glory to Ukraine.
Так, можна я зроблю фото? Ми в газету зробимо матеріал. Ти сиди отак, красиво. Ні, там погане світло, це таки треба встати, ти знаєш? Треба встати. А, ти зроби фото його. Мені треба в газету, я ще зроблю. Нам треба в газету, ми з ним зробимо. З Барні зробимо.
То я роблю.
Роби красиве фото.